is our first video looking at ratio bar model problems. Here's our first question. The ratio of the number of points that Timmy scored during basketball season to the number of points that Keith scored is 3 to 5. Timmy scored 36 points. How many points did Keith score? Okay, so in bar model problems for ratios, we show our ratios by making two bars. So Timmy and Keith. And the ratio of points is 3 to 5. So Timmy is the 3 and Keith is 5. So for every 3 points that Timmy scores, Keith scores 5. Now we're also told that Timmy scored 36 points. So this right here is 36 points. So now we can figure out what each of our parts represents. If this is 36 points, then each of these are 12. 12 times 3 is 36. So now we want to know how many points did Keith score. We want to know this. Again, each of these parts is 12. So we just do 12 times 5 to get Keith's score. And that's 60. So Keith scored 60 points during basketball season. That's the first question. Now pause the video, work on the second question, and come back and we'll go over it. Alright, here's our second question. The ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls in a class is 5 to 3. There are 8 more boys than girls. How many students are in the class? Okay, so again, we have a ratio. So we're comparing two numbers. We're comparing boys to girls. And the ratio of boys to girls is 5 to 3. So for every 5 boys, there are 3 girls. There's the 5 and 3. For every 5 boys, there are 3 girls. Now we're told that there are 8 more boys than girls. So looking at our picture, that's this section right here. There are 8 more boys than girls. This is 8, because the difference of this bar model to this bar model is these two sections, those two parts. So that's 8. So now we know that each part is 4, because 4 plus 4 is 8. The question is now, how many students are there in the class? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts times 4 would be 32. Or you could say there are 4 times 5 boys, there's 20 boys, and 4 times 3 girls, 12 girls, 32 total. There are 32 students in the class. Now you can attempt the third problem on your own, and we'll go over it in class. Good luck. Thought I'd do a quick little bonus section here before we move on, just to show that on this last question we did, that our ratio of boys to girls is still in that 5 to 3 ratio. So we came up with 20 boys to 12 girls, 20 to 12. And we know that we can simplify ratios just like fractions to find equivalent ratios. So we can divide both of these terms of the ratio by a common factor. 20 and 12, a common factor. We could start with 2, and then we'd get 10 to 6, and then we could divide by 2 again, and we would get 5 to 3. or we could have divided by the factor of 4 right away. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 20 divided by 4 would be 5. So we can see that our final answer, 20 to 12, is an equivalent ratio, for the number of boys to girls in the class, 5 to 3. And we can also do a check here that the difference between the two, 20 and 12, is 8. And we were told there are 8 more boys than girls. So everything checks out. Just wanted to go through that with you so you can see equivalent ratios in this question.